Welcome to Hero Villains. In your opinion, Thor, the god of thunder of Asgard, faces He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Determining the victor in a hypothetical battle between Thor Odinson, the god of thunder of Asgard, and one of the most powerful superheroes of Marvel Comics, and He-Man, the protector of Eternia and the embodiment of ultimate strength in the Masters of the Universe cosmos, is a deeply challenging problem. Both are immortal icons of physical strength, courage, and heroism, each ruling over a distinct realm. One is Norse mythology reimagined within a superhero universe. The other is a unique fusion of sword and sorcery, magic, and science. Both wield extraordinary power to such an extent that they can level mountains, shake planets, and even challenge cosmic entities. The outcome of this confrontation therefore depends profoundly on how we interpret the essence of strength, the scope of their achieved feats, and their capacity to tap into abilities that transcend the purely physical domain. In short, let us begin this analytical journey together. First, Thor, the god of thunder of Asgard. As stated, Thor Odinson is one of the most powerful entities in the Marvel Universe. As the son of Odin, the All-Father of Asgard, and Gaia, the Elder Earth Goddess, Thor inherits a dual legacy, the strength of a sky god and a primal bond with the very planet Earth. He is not merely a warrior. He is the embodiment of thunder, storms, and the heroic might of the North. To understand Thor's power, we must look beyond his punches and hammer throws, delving into his divine essence, his legendary weapon, and the feats that have become legend within his universe. Thor's physical strength is nearly peerless among superheroes. He belongs to the Asgardian race, beings with a body density 3 times that of mortals, flesh that can withstand artillery shells, and strength enough to crush diamond like glass. But Thor is not just an ordinary Asgardian, he is the mightiest of them all. He has wrestled the Midgard serpent and won, an entity whose strength equals the very gravity of the planet. He has matched might with Hercules, the god of strength of Olympus, and regularly clashes with the Hulk, a creature whose strength is defined as infinite. Every time Thor and the Hulk confront one another, mountains are flattened, continents tremble, and the very fabric of reality seems to buckle. That Thor can stand firm and often gain the upper hand against the Hulk in his highest state of rage speaks volumes about the nearly non-existent limits of his physical strength. However, the true heart and soul of Thor's power lies in Mjolnir, the divine hammer forged from Uru metal, an indestructible substance that can only be shaped by the magic of the Asgardian sorcerers. Mjolnir is not just a blunt weapon, it is a tool for manipulating primordial cosmic forces. It allows Thor to fly at speeds faster than light, open portals across space and time, and absorb and unleash countless forms of energy, from the lightning of 1,000 storms to the very energy of a god bomb capable of annihilating all gods throughout the entire timeline. Mjolnir is a weapon that even cosmic entities like Galactus regard with wariness. When Thor spins Mjolnir, he can generate planet-scale vortices, shields against galaxy-level energy blasts, and even destroy structures at the atomic level. His mightiest strike, the God Blast, is a cataclysmic torrent of divine energy drawn from Thor's very life force. It has wounded a Celestial, forced Galactus to flee, and even shaken multiversal entities such as the Black Winter. To illustrate the peak of Thor's power, let us examine one of his most astonishing feats. When faced with Gorr, the God Butcher, a creature capable of slaughtering gods across the universe with the sword. All black the Necro Sword, Thor demonstrated will and strength far beyond all limits. In a distant future, an aged Thor, the last king of Asgard sitting on a throne at the end of time, fought Gorr and his dark clouds in a battle lasting millennia without ever succumbing. But the true pinnacle came when the young Thor and the present Thor joined forces with King Thor of future Asgard to fight Gorr. Together, they not only defeated the God Butcher, they used the combined power of 3 Mjolnirs to absorb and nullify the entire might of the Necrosword, a weapon created by Knull, the primordial Lord of the Abyss, which had slain countless gods, including celestials. Thor's power, when pushed to its absolute limit, can confront the very darkness of creation. Beyond his physical strength and Mjolnir, Thor possesses an immeasurable intrinsic power, the power of the god of thunder. After Mjolnir was destroyed, Thor learned that the hammer was merely a tool to focus the power he had always possessed. He can summon lightning bolts strong enough to incinerate an entire giant army, generate storms on a planetary scale, and even wield lightning as an extension of his own body for attack and defense. Thor is the storm, he is the thunder. This power is not just physical, it is magical and spiritual, rooted in his very soul. This makes Thor a comprehensive threat, a melee warrior with unparalleled strength, an energy artillery with global reach, and an entity with the endurance and will to fight forever. Thus, Thor is not just a powerful superhero, he is a true god, a destiny carved in stone, a being capable of protecting or destroying entire worlds. His power is a fusion of legacy, a divine weapon, and an indomitable will that never retreats. I truly hope you will. Subscribe to the channel, that would help us tremendously, and you are the absolute best. Thank you so very much. Next, we talk about He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Let us shift our attention to a warrior no less legendary, but from an entirely different universe. He-Man, the secret identity of Prince Adam of Eternia, is bestowed with power by the magic of Castle Grayskull, a source of energy so ancient and mystical that it is considered the wellspring of all power in his universe. When Prince Adam raises the Sword of Power high and proclaims the incantation, "By the power of Grayskull," an extraordinary transformation takes place. He does not merely change in appearance, he is suffused with a primal magical energy, becoming the absolute pinnacle of physical and mental potential. To understand the power of He-Man, we must first understand the nature of that power source. Castle Grayskull is not just a building, it is the anchor point of all magic and power on Eternia, a fortress containing the wisdom and might of the ancient ancestors. The power He-Man receives from Grayskull is described as the strength of the universe, an ambitious and critically important declaration. It is not just about being better at lifting weights, it is about becoming a conduit for the very power of creation. This immediately places He-Man in a category of strength far beyond physical metrics, stepping into the realm of cosmic entities. He is the physical embodiment of the concept of ultimate strength in his own universe. He-Man's physical feats are truly astonishing accomplishments. He-Man has wrestled and toppled creatures the size of entire planets. In one story, he tore through the fabric of space-time with his bare hands to escape a pocket dimension. On another occasion, he lifted all of Castle Grayskull, a magical fortress weighing millions of tons with foundations anchored to the core of reality, off the ground. One of his most impressive feats is that of pushing an entire moon out of its orbit to prevent a meteor catastrophe, an act requiring a thrust force far beyond a planetary level. He-Man's strength seems to have no clear upper limit, always expanding to meet the demands of the situation, a hallmark of power based on primal magic. However, He-Man's power does not lie in muscle alone. His Sword of Power is an incredibly versatile magical weapon. It is virtually indestructible, capable of blocking any physical and energy attack. But its true capability lies in its flexibility. It can fire massive blasts of magical energy, create protective shields, transform into various weapons or tools, and even absorb and transmute other forms of energy. He-Man has used the sword to redirect lightning, reflect back magical beams, and sever psychic links. It is also the very key to Castle Grayskull, allowing him to summon the fortress's power at any time. This means, theoretically, He-Man can augment his own strength by connecting directly to the limitless energy source of Grayskull while in combat. A point of strength often overlooked in He-Man is his willpower and pure heart. The transformation into He-Man requires a pure heart and absolute courage, and it is this very mental fortitude that is often the key to resisting the dark forces that seek to control Grayskull. He-Man's will is so strong that he has resisted and defeated the mind control of the most powerful sorcerers, including Skeletor when he possessed the power of Grayskull itself. His strength is not merely physical, it is a fusion of body, magic, and an indomitable heroic spirit. As you can see, He-Man is not just a muscular man with a sword. He is a conduit of one of the most powerful sources of magical energy, a warrior with seemingly infinite physical strength, and a hero whose willpower can challenge even gods. When placing these two titans side by side, we see a mesmerizing contrast. On one side is the divine power of a clearly defined universe, with hierarchies and limits tested through thousands of stories. On the other side is the primal magical power of a universe where the concept of the most powerful man is an absolute truth. Thor's divine thunder faces off against He-Man's primal magic. In terms of raw destructive power, this is a nearly balanced contest, but with important nuanced differences. Thor, with Mjolnir and the God Blast, possesses highly concentrated offensive power. A full-force God Blast can wound Celestials, planet-sized beings with power far beyond most gods. This is an attack purely of will and divine life force, designed to annihilate that which cannot be annihilated. On the other hand, He-Man's power seems less concentrated but has a broader scope. He does not have a single finishing move like the God Blast. Instead, his entire existence is a weapon of destruction. Every punch he throws carries the weight of the strength of the universe, and as we have seen, he can exert force on objects on a planetary scale. If Thor is a sharp spear of energy, then He-Man is an entire front of heavy artillery. Could He-Man withstand a God Blast? Based on his having endured and absorbed other forms of magical and cosmic energy, it is plausible he would survive, but he would certainly be severely injured. Conversely, could Thor withstand a full-force punch from He-Man, one that can push an entire moon? Thor has survived blows from being stronger than that. But He-Man's strength carries a magical essence, something Asgardians have resistance to but are not completely immune to. Regarding experience and combat skill, Thor holds a significant advantage. He is an Asgardian warrior who has lived and fought for thousands of years. He has participated in countless battles, from duels with demigods to cosmic wars spanning centuries. His skill in wielding Mjolnir is masterful, seamlessly combining ranged attack, melee combat, and defense. He-Man, although an excellent warrior of Eternia, has experience primarily limited to battles on a planetary scale, often against magical forces and monsters. He has never experienced the ferocity of a war on a cosmic scale lasting millennia. Thor is a battle-hardened general, while He-Man, for all his bravery, is still a hero defending his homeland. In a prolonged fight, Thor's tactical cunning and ability to adapt to different fighting styles would be a major advantage. In terms of defense and endurance, both are impregnable fortresses. Thor has survived supernova explosions, punches that penetrate planets, and direct attacks from cosmic entities. He has fought without pause for months on end. He-Man possesses similar endurance. He has survived explosions that could annihilate an entire city, withstood attacks from ancient magical weapons, and most importantly, his strength seems to never deplete. The difference lies in the fact that Thor's endurance comes partly from his divine physiology, while He-Man's endurance comes from an external source of magical energy that is constantly empowering him. What would happen if that energy source were disrupted? This is a potential vulnerability that Thor does not have. Thor's power is intrinsic. Even without Mjolnir, he is still an immensely powerful god. He-Man's power, by its very nature, is a bestowed gift. Although it is very difficult to sever his connection to Grayskull, Thor is the Lord of Storms. He can summon thunder and lightning from the sky, create winds so fierce they tear through flesh, and call down torrential rain to limit visibility. He holds the absolute advantage when fighting under an open sky. He-Man does not have the ability to control the weather, but he possesses extraordinary adaptability. He has fought in space, at the bottom of the sea, and within chaotic dimensions. His sword can create shields to protect against harsh environmental elements. And if the battle takes place near Castle Grayskull, He-Man's power could potentially be amplified to a new level, something that could completely change the situation. After a profound analysis of the nature of their power, their peak feats, and the tactical elements, we arrive at a carefully considered conclusion. He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe, is one of the mightiest entities. His power, drawn from the magical wellspring of Castle Grayskull, is unparalleled in his universe, allowing him to perform physical feats that would astonish even gods. He is an impregnable fortress, a whirlwind of destruction with each punch carrying the weight of an entire planet. He-Man's power, however immense, is relatively straightforward. He is the pinnacle of physical and magical strength, but his mode of combat is still primarily melee and direct energy attacks. Thor, on the other hand, is a living arsenal. He has the physical strength to match He-Man blow for blow, but he also possesses Mjolnir, a weapon that grants him nearly infinite versatility. Thor can not only punch harder, he can fly at the speed of light, open dimensional portals to transport He-Man into a disadvantageous environment, and most importantly, he can unleash the God Blast. The God Blast is the key to this victory. It is the manifestation of Thor's very divine will and life force, an attack that has proven capable of wounding entities far beyond the ordinary god level. He-Man has never faced an attack quite like it. An assault that targets not only the body, but also the very being, the soul, and the concept of his existence. Though the power of Grayskull is infinite, the body and spirit of Prince Adam, the vessel containing that power, still have limits. Thor's God Blast would very likely overload that capacity for containment, delivering a traumatic blow that even the magic of Grayskull could not instantly heal. Furthermore, Thor's thousands of years of combat experience against a myriad of different foes, from sorcerers and warriors to cosmic entities, gives him a tactical wisdom that He-Man, a relatively young hero of a single world, would be hard-pressed to match. Thor would quickly realize that a contest of pure strength with He-Man is an unnecessary war of attrition. Instead, he would use his superior speed to evade attacks, employ Mjolnir to control the battlefield space, and wait for the opportune moment to deliver a decisive blow. He-Man would fight with all his courage and strength, and he would certainly make Thor bleed and earn his respect. But in the end, facing an opponent who is not only equally powerful but also possesses a diverse skill set and an ultimate weapon that can strike at every level of existence, He-Man would be overwhelmed. Thor is the Thunder, unstoppable, uncontrollable, and ultimately, in this confrontation, Thor, the god of thunder of Asgard, holds the decisive advantages and would finally claim victory. I hope you enjoyed this battle. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section. Follow me if you liked it. That is the video for today. Thank you very much.